The main intelligence directorate of the Ukrainian Defense Ministry has destroyed a Russian military fuel train in the occupied territory of the Zaporizhia region. The information and footage of the operation were released by the main intelligence directorate. The main intelligence directorate strike drone struck the moving train. As a result, an explosion and fire occurred in a train consisting of dozens of tankers. According to the information, at least 3 tankers filled with fuel were destroyed. The incident occurred on the Verkhny-Tokmak-Molokansk-Fyodorovka railway line. Railway traffic has been suspended in the Zaporizhia region and the Crimean Peninsula. Western European leaders do not lose hope of returning U.S. President Donald Trump to the anti-Russian camp, but they will not be able to shift responsibility from themselves. This is stated in the statement of the head of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Russia, Sergei Lavrov. They have not lost hope to use certain circles in the USA to return President Donald Trump, his administration to their anti-Russian camp and share responsibility with the United States. They like to remove responsibility from themselves. But I'm sure it won't work this time, the minister said. Lavrov noted that the leaders of Western countries are used to living with the previous administration, which led anti-Russian actions and encouraged European capitals to do so. But now, when the administration changed in Washington, it became obvious that they were simply comfortable under Joe Biden's administration, the minister said. But they wanted exactly that, so that the entire Western society would preserve unity in the fight against the Russian Federation, as they declared, with the aim of inflicting Russia a strategic defeat on the battlefield. According to the minister, we are currently living through a period of difficult trials, he said. The Russian diplomat said that the most popular word among experts in the world is war. This is a nuance that inevitably affects processes, and it is worth taking into account, and it is ahead of us. But no one knows how many more years of serious trials lie ahead of us, but it will definitely happen, the minister noted. Lavrov believes that a very interesting period has come, as our Chinese comrades say, God bless you, live in interesting times. Lavrov said that the West's position on the strengthening of multipolarity in the world is contradictory. The Global South and the Global East see in multipolarity a chance to strengthen their sovereign development without the manifestations of neocolonialism that have been expanding by the West in recent years. The West, on the other hand, perceives the situation regarding the strengthening of multilateral principles of the international world ambiguously, he said. According to Lavrov, the most important trend remains the formation of a multipolar world. We are convinced that this is a natural process.
If the Russian occupiers continue their offensive in Ukraine for another year at the same pace as they have been doing for the last year and a half, they will destroy themselves against the defense of the Ukrainian armed forces without achieving any strategic results. The enemy will have territorial gains, but they will receive them at the cost of enormous losses. Military analyst and director of the New Geopolitics Research Network platform, Mikhail Samus, spoke about this in an interview with Telegraph. He explained that the offensive operation of the Russian armed forces has been ongoing since October 2023, throughout 2024, and continues into 2025. In fact, Russia continues the same operation, the objective of which has not changed: occupation of the entire Donbass, as well as maximum occupation of the Zaporizhia and Kherson regions, with the possibility of reaching the Dnipropetrovsk region. Possibly expansion of the occupation to the Kharkiv region. that is, maximum territorial gains in order to have stronger positions in any communications with the United States, Ukraine and Europe. What do we see as a bottom line at this point? This operation has not had any operational successes, says the military expert. He compared the statistics of Russian casualties since October 2023 and Russia's territorial gains. In his opinion, this is only a tactical level. Of course, we can say that Russia advanced in the Pokrovsk direction and had certain territorial achievements, but this is not even an operational level. As a result of these long, intensive, very bloody actions for the Russians, they did not break through the Ukrainian front. The analyst emphasized. He recalled the hysteria of the Russians against the backdrop of attempts to expand the operation to the Kharkov region and advance towards Volchansk. The Western press was talking about taking Kharkov, and we know how it's all done. Russia leaks information. Supposedly some inside information that the Russian Federation wants to take Kharkov, advance in absolutely all directions. Pokrovsk was taken back in June last year, and the front has been crumbling regularly since April last year. A year has passed and the results are completely unacceptable in terms of the losses Russia has suffered. If we imagine that Russia continues this offensive for another year with the same results, well, it will simply be the destruction of Russian troops against Ukrainian defense, believes the director of the new Geopolitics Research Network platform. He added that Ukrainian defense is clearly more stable this year. Corps are being formed that clearly distribute the line of defense and responsibility of a specific corps command. The corps will have brigades subordinated to them that will clearly perform tasks and will be supplied with everything necessary and trained by the corps command and not by temporary operational tactical, operational strategic commands. That is, this is truly a step forward. Summed up Mikhail Samus.